Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2025. And welcome to the new year. Welcome to the new year. For this episode, I'm going to be talking about the albums, the artists that I'm hoping they will drop their albums this year, or at least music. I want something out of these artists in 2025. I'm going to also be talking about my New Year's resolutions, kind of going over them. Um, I don't know if I'm going to get all of them in a list, but I'll kind of give you I'll give you a list. If it's not all of them, I could add on to it later or tell you guys in the future. But definitely will tell you the ones that stand out to me, as of right now. And that's pretty much it. And also anticipated movies as well. There's a lot of movies are expected to come out this year. I'm gonna kind of look at that and see. Actually, we could start off with that because I don't think that's gonna really take too long. So anticipated albums, anticipated movies of the year of 2025, and then my New Year's resolutions. And that's pretty much everything I got for this episode. I'm going to do another episode tomorrow, January 2nd, and that's going to be recapping football from week 17 in the NFL, and then also these college football quarterfinal games that are going on right now. There's a game going on right now. There was also an incident that happened last night, and I'll talk about that more in depth to tomorrow's episode. Not unfortunately off to the greatest start with that, but I'll talk more about that tomorrow though. But for today, let's just get started with the agenda. Three little things that's we're going to be talking about for this episode for today, and then tomorrow will be a new day, new episode. So let's see, movies in 2025. What is going to be dropping in 2025? I actually want to see like the list here. So actually, let me write anticipated. Let me just write that shit there, so we can get the whole view of what movies 2020. Just give me the movies of the year. Just there we go. Okay, I like just this presentation here better. Okay, so first we got Tron Ares. This one is expected to come out October 10th. I gotta rewatch the first movie. That came out years ago. I remember watching that when I was like I think I was like 8 or 9. Yeah, Tron Legacy came out in 2010. It was a good movie. And again, they're making a standalone sequel to Tron Legacy, but this is the third film, right? They've made another one. This was Tron Legacy, and then the other one was I forgot what the other one was called, but yeah. Shit, I'll probably watch it. I mean, I don't know if I'll. It's Jared Leto in the movie. Yeah, he is in the movie. I'm not too sure about Jared Leto. I'm not a big fan of his stuff personally, but we'll see how that goes. Then we got Avatar 3, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing confirmed yet. Avatar Fire and Ash. I wasn't crazy on Avatar 2. It was, it was cool. But the first Avatar was spectacular. Nothing can really stop it for me. It's up there. It's up there as one of the best movies I've seen. So, yeah, Avatar 2 didn't really do much for me. I don't know what Avatar 3 will do. I guess maybe this will be a better step up. I don't know. We got what? Animal Friends? Nope. We got Ryan Reynolds, who I'm not even a fan of. Aubrey Plaza, who's I guess is fine. Jason Momoa, Dan Levy, Vince Vaughn, Addison Rae. Addison Rae is in this fucking film. What a absolute joke this film is gonna be, bro. What? Animal Friends? Is this gonna be like that fucking what was that movie with God damn it, with Robert Downey Jr. and he was like, what the fuck is that name? What is this movies? What was this fucking shit movie that came out a couple years ago? It was like he was like an animal. Doolittle. Yes, damn, this came out in 2020. Fucking hell, Jesus, that came out years ago. 5 years ago already to this point. Shit. Yeah, kind of gives me that kind of vibe. Wow. All right. Probably not watching this one. However, Superman, another fucking Superman. All right. Fuck it. I'll take it. I will take it. Superman Legacy. So this is another Superman movie. I like Superman, but a new Superman. It's gonna be David Corns wet. Okay. Lois is gonna be played by Rachel Brosnahan. Millie Alcock is gonna play Kara. Lex Luthor is gonna be played by Nicholas Holt. Hawk Girl is gonna be played by Isabella Merced. Okay. Um okay. I mean, I'll watch this one. Oh, but I'm definitely gonna be fucking tapping in to watch this Michael Jackson um this biographic film. Oh yeah, no, this one's gonna do numbers in the box office. Obviously, this is like his cousin, or like his nephew, right? This is like his nephew playing it, so this should be pretty interesting. Nia Long is gonna be in the movie. Miles Teller, interesting shit. This Michael Jackson film better be fucking amazing. Another Jurassic World. Maybe I'll watch it, but Jesus. How to Train Your Dragon, another one. But I might actually tap into this one. 28 years later, what the fuck is this? Some horror movie shit? If I hear good things about it, I'll tap in. Formula One, this one looks kind of interesting. This is the one with Brad Pitt. Bro, Lewis Hamilton's going to be in the movie. And Darcy Idris as well. Okay, shout out. Snow White. I don't know if I'm going to be watching this one, buddy. I don't know if I'm going to tap into this one. Thunderbolts. I'll take it. Fuck it. Megan 2.0. We didn't really need a Megan 2.0, but all right. Saw 11. Are you are you serious, bro? Saw 11. Oh god, man. 11th Saw movie is what else is new, bro? What else is new? We didn't need that, but here we are. Captain America Brave New World. This is also going to be with never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to say something else, but that was not a that it was a completely different movie I was thinking, but yeah, it's going to be with the Falcon who plays the Falcon, right? But is going to be Captain America? It's going to be somebody else though playing it. I'm not sure. Zootopia 2? They're working on a Zootopia 2, ladies and gentlemen. Expected to come out November 26th in the year. Wow. Fucking don't, bro. Y'all telling me we getting another Final Destination? Another, bro, I haven't seen like how many of so this going to be the sixth one. So they already have 5 out. I saw like the first 3. I don't think I saw the last 2 of them. The first 2 were pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty good. Well, when I rewatched like the second or the first one, they were not that bad. I remember the first time watching it, I hated it because like it took me a while to actually like tell you that I liked a horror movie because it's hard for me to just watch something super uncomfortable and then be like, oh yeah, I liked watching it. Like it took me a while to get to that. But it was actually not. It was pretty decent movies. I can't even lie. But I haven't seen the last couple ones. Maybe I should. This one, I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna freak me out. I guess more. Mortal Kombat 2. I still haven't seen the first one that came out a couple years back. So maybe I'll tap into Mortal Kombat and then get back to Mortal Kombat 2. Elio sounds cool, I guess. Sure, I'll whatever. Frankenstein. I ain't watching that shit. A Minecraft movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I will admit I probably won't make the effort to watch this movie, but somehow I'm going to end up watching it. Not it's probably going to be of curiosity, or maybe I'm watching it because my brother wants to watch it probably, but um something tells me this is going to be dog shit. This is going to be very much dog shit. The trailer looked like a mess, and I don't. It's a fucking Minecraft movie. I know Super Mario movie was like kind of a surprise to me, and I thought that was not going to be that great. But it's kind of easy to shit on how I really want to know what they could. I'm curious to see how they made Minecraft into a movie because I could see how they made Mario into a movie, but Minecraft it's a little tough. We're gonna have to wait and see. Another SpongeBob movie sounds peak for my childhood because I'm low key wanting this shit. I kind of like. Well, I'm kind of. This dude's gonna be in the fucking. Wow. Okay. The Game of Thrones midget dude is gonna be in the SpongeBob movie. Interesting. I'll watch it. The Black Phone 2. Have I seen the first? I think I've seen the first one. Never mind. Never mind. Another Mission Impossible. Not watching that shit. Another one. I've seen like the first two. Haven't seen the rest of them. Mikey 17. Is this fucking Batman? Is this Robert Patterson? Yes. Speaking of Batman, that motherfucking movie ain't coming out until 2026. No. Excuse me, 2027. 2027. We have to wait till the second Batman with Robert Patterson. That shit has to be the best movie. That's gonna be the movie's That's gonna be like the film's GTA 6. When that fucking film comes out, it's gonna be the biggest movie of the year. 2027. Already have. I wish I could put this on this list for this year because it would be, but here we are. We gotta wait 2 more fucking years for that movie. Ballerina. This is another. Oh, this is gonna be like a spin-off between the John Wick movies. Oh shit. I haven't watched any of the. This year, I'm gonna try to watch all the John Wick movies. For some reason, I never watched it. I never really gave it a chance. But I kind of want to watch the films. So fuck it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna start. I'll buy. Hey, I could probably put that as a resolutions for like movies to watch or franchise movies to watch. Oh yeah, I'll probably do like John Wick. Probably fuck it. I'll probably make a list tonight. Later, we'll see. Um, The Conjuring. Interesting. The Bad Guys too. Which one is this one? I don't really know much about this one. Sinners. This one comes out like within the next couple months, right? Yeah, April. Wake Up, Dead Man. Not sure. The Fantastic Four. Wow, another fucking film. I forgot that they were gonna come out with this one in the summer. Right. The Accountant seems interesting. Wicked Part 2 is coming out. Still I haven't seen the first one, but okay, we'll see what we got here. And then Last Breath. And then Bridget Jones. Yeah, whatever. So the ones here that really stand out to me probably is gonna have to be. I'll definitely watch the Captain America movie. I'm interested to see that Formula One movie. Superman for sure. Michael, and maybe even Avatar 3. Even though I wasn't crazy on the second one, I'll give that one a good listen. I'm interested to see how that one's gonna go. All right, but that is that for anticipated movies or anticipated films of the year. I don't want to do shows because I don't know what's really going to drop this. I have a lot to catch up in movies and in shows. So this year I'll have to make the time to like see how I could at least watch like a film, how many films I could fit into watching like a month. See how I can work with that. But that's later on to focus on. But I'm excited though. I'm excited. We'll see what we can. We'll see what I can catch up with. Because I know this year I'm gonna be watching like movies that came out last year in 2024. Like I'm gonna be probably watching a bunch of movies that came out last year just to kind of like I watched Barbie last year and it came out in 2020. Like I that's kind of something I do when I don't like the movies I didn't watch the year prior, watch it the next year, and then there's some movies that I go back to, and then like this year I'll probably want to wait to watch like the big movies. I think legit, Michael. I want to see that in theaters. I want to see that in theaters. I want to see that in theaters with my mom or with my fucking friends or with my brother. I don't know. Like I have a Michael Jackson shirt too. Like, bitch, I will go to the movies and if I gotta see him alone, I'll do it. Fuck it. To see Superman and Michael, I'll do it. And then maybe the Formula One too. I'll watch it there. Because usually I just wait till it goes on streaming platforms, but then I also then end up watching it, a while later. But that's that. All right, now let's talk about some real shit. Music. Who the fuck is going to be dropping this year? Who I want to be dropping this year? Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with the first artist. With the first artist that I have on this list. It's going to be JID, ladies and gentlemen. JID is going to be the first artist that I am hoping and expecting this man to drop an album in 2025. So the bastard lied to us last year, talking about hey, I'm going to be dropping 2 albums this year. One is going to be my collab album with Metro Boomin, and then a solo project, the Never Story. No, not the Never Story. I forgot the what was it was the new. It was going to be another album, kind of following with the Never Story, the Forever Story like series, basically. It was going to be like another album in that like franchise. I would say this little trilogy. What's going on with his next albums that he's dropping. However, we didn't get anything from JID in 2024. It's already been 3 years since the Forever Story came out. It came out in 22 already. And he's taking his time. He's taking his time, and I don't blame him because JID drops. It's gonna be a serious contender for album of the year. Why? Because he already fucking did it in 2022. The Forever Story was my favorite album of 2022. And obviously, this year I was expecting JID to drop 2 projects, those 2 albums, or at least one of them. He didn't drop any of them. So give me what you got, JID. If you will drop both albums this year, I'm all in for it. I would think he's probably going to drop that JID Metro Boomin. Is that still happening? I'm hoping that still happens. That JID and Metro album. I hope they didn't like just scrap that completely, and then he's just focused on the studio. I want both. I'm greedy as fuck. I don't care. You made it seem like we were gonna get that album, so don't just back up now. So I do want that JID Metro collab tape for sure, and then of course I want the studio album to come out probably after. I don't know if I'm getting both this year. If I get both this year, well, holy shit, JID is going to take over 2025. This man, if he drops even just one of those albums, whichever the two, oh yeah, he's going to have a great fucking year. And who knows? Maybe he's waiting for J. Cole to drop so then that he officially takes over after J. Cole's run. Because after J. Cole, I kind of spoiled one already, but fuck it, we'll take the J. Cole in a second. But as soon as J. Cole drops the Fall Off, I think maybe JID will kind of put his own album out. He could drop that collab tape with Metro in the meantime, and then maybe the Fall Off, and then he gives us his album. I don't know. That's just my prediction. If I was curating this shit. So in the meantime, first we could probably get that JID Metro album out the way first, and then his own solo album. We can probably get that maybe next year. Who knows? If it really is going to take that much time to work on it, we're gonna get something that's album of the year contender, obviously. So I'm excited for that. I already spoiled the man's name, but of course I have to talk about J. Cole. Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole. This man right here has to drop the Fall Off this year, I think. I would think so. 2024 was an interesting year for Cole. He teased a bunch of shit. Teasing about this Fall Off album, dropping all of his earlier old mixtapes on streaming platforms. Obviously, he dropped Might Delete Later, which was like a mixtape to kind of get us ready for the Fall Off. He gave us old music on streaming platforms. He gave us new music. He recently just gave us a deluxe album for Forest Hills Drive with a bunch of new songs from 10 fucking years ago. So he's feeding us he's giving us fucking an audio podcast. Like, this man is giving us a lot of shit, a lot of content, a lot of new music, a lot of old music as well, putting it on streaming platforms and shit like the Warm Up and the Come Up and Friday Night Lights, which a couple of those mixtapes I still haven't heard in entirety. I've only heard a couple songs from each of those mixtapes, so maybe I should do other reaction videos to those. I also haven't heard the deluxe of Forest Hills Drive. I have a lot of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. I know, but we have the whole year to get that shit done. Even though I'm not gonna wait till fucking New Year's Eve 2025 to whatever. So, with all of that being said, all this shit dropping in 2024, all of this, blah 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 blah. Are we getting the fall off in 2025? It feels like we're closing in on the end of J. Cole's career. Because this is that album that's gonna close. Like, generally, I don't believe in these rappers talking about, so I'm gonna retire, because that's like the biggest fucking lie ever. But it just feels like this. It feels different. This man is dropping his old music on streaming platforms. He's dropping new music to kind of keep us engaged. He's, promoting this podcast, and he's talking about every single album and mixtape, and like reminiscing about the past and reminiscing about his career, and like from the come up all the way to fucking the off season. He's giving us all these. He's just describing his entire career, and as if like, okay, I'm giving you guys everything that I want you guys to know about the backstory of how I made Forest Hills Drive and all of this, and then eventually, when it's time, he drops the fall off, and then what? We get a tour. We get we get a tour. We're gonna get only one more Dreamville festival. The Dreamville festival this year is gonna be the last one ever. So it just feels like J. Cole's gonna have to drop the fall off this year, maybe late in the year. I'm thinking probably like November, October. I'm making shit up, ladies and gentlemen. But this is just me trying to guess something right here. I'm fucking pulling in numbers from the lottery here to win something here. But J. Cole, yeah, I'm thinking the fall off might drop by the end of the year. I think. Which I'm excited for it, but also like, damn, J. Cole, I could respect the move though. I could respect the move. He wants to retire when he's at the top of his game. J. Cole could drop the best album, and probably right now has the best chance of dropping the best album of 2025. There's a bunch of artists here that I do have here, rappers, other artists, but I do think that even over JID, who already gave me an album of the year in 2022, and could also give me something like that in 2025, I think Cole is setting us up perfectly for us to have that best album of the year. I mean, truly, I think J. Cole is very capable of doing it. This man's rapping better than everybody. Yes, let's forget Grippy existed. And let's just forget that this man clearly doesn't want no smoke with Kendrick, and he doesn't want to be a part of that whole fucking thing. And he, the 7 minute drill, whatever. Okay, it is what. That's all we can really criticize J. Cole for. That he backed out of a diss that didn't really have to do much with him in the first place. Yeah, it was the big three, and they mentioned him by default, but the beef wasn't had anything to do with him personally. And he just kind of put his step in the fucking chamber, and he was like, it's too hot. Never mind. Nah, I'm not doing this. And well, it was the right move. What was J. Cole gonna do? Just get involved and get fucking meet the Coles, meet the fucking Jermaines. Like, what were we gonna do? What was Kendrick gonna do? Meet the Jermaines? What? No, wait, we were not gonna do that. Meet the Coles is fucked up, and that would have hurt more, bro. J. Cole getting dissed by Kendrick, like Meet the Graham style. Oh, no. I would have not liked that. I would have not liked that. It was already tough for me to hear that as a Drake fan. So I could only imagine as a J. Cole oh, no. So glad that J. Cole didn't get burned into existence there, even for the year. But yeah, this man's setting everything up perfectly to drop his last album, to retire, do one more festival, Dreamville Festival, one more tour. And I could only imagine once he announced that fucking tour for the fall off tour, the tickets are going to be insane. And if I get my money up, I will have to cop, because I saw him in the off season tour in 2021. But you don't fucking think I'm gonna see? I have to have an opportunity to see this man. I gotta see this man one more time. I have to see this man again. Before he fucking goes, I have to see this man perform one more time. So fuck it, we gotta take care of business. Alright, so J. Cole, of course, the off season, I gotta expect him to drop later in this year in 2024 and 2025. I'm still trying to correct myself with that. Anyways, next we got Drake. So Drake didn't drop an album in 2024. Why? Well, Kendrick decided to be malicious and absolutely uh, um, this man's worst enemy. Um, so Drake decided, let me take it back a bit. Yes, he was supposed to drop that collab tape with the with Party Next Door like in November and October. He didn't drop it. Fair enough. To be honest, I'm not. When I first heard the news they were gonna drop a collab tape, I wasn't very like, whoa. I'm not a big fan of P&D, and me personally, I think out of all like the big artists that he collabs with the most, Party Next Door are the ones that I'm not really the fan of. Like I'm not crazy on the I'm not big on Party Next Door. Like I don't think his music is ass or anything. I just think I don't know. It just doesn't hit with me. I've tried. Maybe I should try again. Maybe I should try for the third fucking time. I don't know, but I didn't really like his last album. I don't really like most of his music. I'm sorry, but whether if we're getting that Drake solo album or if we're getting a Drake PND collab album, whatever. If we can get a Drake album, that'll be fine this year. Because he didn't drop, an album last year. Yes, he dropped Family Matters. He dropped Push Ups. He dropped the Hard Part 6. He dropped all those diss tracks when he was, in that beef with Kendrick, of course. But other than that, I think maybe just him kind of taking it easy. Obviously, recovering from that fucking L. Everyone now is kind of on Drake's ass now, especially with that anticipation of him coming back with the new album. It's like it needs to be good. It needs to be fucking great for this man's like, status or like figure in hip hop to at least maintain at a not at a crucial fall off, because Drake has declined musically these past like five since like Scorpion. I would say that was when really the true fall off kind of was there. And Drake is so amazing that sometimes it's hard to think that there's really a decline, because this man is still one of the most successful rappers ever. And this man still made money. Well, obviously, duh, no fucking shit. But this man still made, I think, I don't know how many fucking total. This man's the king of Spotify. This man is going to bring the numbers like you can't possibly imagine it. Even if he's losing beefs, even if his album is ass, he's pulling in numbers. And it doesn't fucking matter. Obviously, the quality of music matters though, and we don't just want to be listening to a just a very refrigerated, not refrigerated, that's not the right word. I'm looking for like a very just plain basic Drake, where he's just not giving us any kind of interesting, introspective shit. If he's not rapping about his come up or rapping about certain things that I feel like in Drake's old music he kind of just had that that relatability, I would say, to his older music. But obviously Drake doesn't have to fucking be old Drake. I just think he just needs to stay focused a little bit more and give us something different. Because he usually does switch up the sound a lot, but I kind of just want a more focused Drake. Especially shit like what we got on the deluxe for Scary Hours 3, for All the Dogs Deluxe. Like what we got for Scary Hours 3 was very interesting, and I honestly want to get more of Drake rapping like that. And if he's gonna do more singing, it's just gotta be good. Drake is gonna give us a good album. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it has to be a good album, because he's just been giving us mediocre releases. Yes, he's given us a ton of bangers since 2018. Trust me. I could say here whatever. Scorpion is not that great. CLB wasn't that great. Even though CLB has been aging a lot better than I expected these past couple years, it's still been good. I don't know about a classic, but it's still a very solid album, and I think there's just not that many mistakes with it. Of course, there's some bad songs on CLB. Same with Scorpion, same with For All the Dogs. If he could just stay consistent and not give us a fucking bloated ass track list. If we let's get a 13 track album, dude. We're fine. We don't need 20 plus. We don't need 18, 19. It's fine. Just give us something quick and easy. Drake, you're a fucking legend. You're too old to be giving us all these deluxes and no. Give us something focused. Give us something that we could take. And not just, take it for just making hits and that's it. Because Drake could give us he can give us timeless records. He's given us many timeless records. Not just hits that just stay in the moment for the year and then that's it. He's made a lot of hits that are timeless and a lot of hits that just stick for the year and then they go away the next. He can give us some great shit, I promise you, but you just got to stay focused. Maybe that shit is not the time in 2025. Maybe next year Drake gives us that album. But I would think Drake doesn't take too long dropping albums, especially since the last time Drake dropped an album was the last time he didn't drop an album was in 2014, I think, right? I think so. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 2014 he didn't drop an album. Ever since, he dropped an album 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 he dropped Dark Lemon, CLB 21, 20. Yeah, he's dropped an album literally every year besides 2024, besides 2014. In 2012 he didn't drop. In 2011 he did, 2010 he did, 2009 he did, 2008 with a mix. Yeah, like he's literally 2014, 2024. Those were the only 2 years in his whole fucking career that he did not drop an album. So I think this year it's safe to say we're going to get something out of Drake. Where the fuck is Baby Keem 2021? He won Best Rap Performance at the Grammys, as you can see here, smiling his happy ass, for Family Ties. And that's awesome. The Melodic Blue had a deluxe album in 2022. It was really good. One of my favorite albums of 2021. The question is, Baby Keem, it is 2025 and you still haven't given us literally nothing since the Melodic Blue Deluxe. What has he dropped and what features has he given us since the Melodic Blue Deluxe? I'm going to literally look it up and see I don't need to because he hasn't done shit. The Hillbillies? I think that's the only thing. The Hillbillies in 2023. That Little Lucy with Kendrick was the only thing since the Melodic Blue Deluxe he dropped for us. Baby Keem, this album better be fucking amazing. Because, buddy, your cousin happens to be the best fucking rapper alive right now. And if you don't think people are going to put that pressure on you, you got to be fucking joking. Now, am I expecting a Good Kid Mad City? A To Pimp a Butterfly from Baby Keem? No, the fuck I am not. I'm not expecting that. But holy shit, Baby Keem. You're Kendrick's cousin. If you don't think I want something top 5, top 3, top 2 album of 2025 of all genres, or let's just give it a break, of hip-hop, you don't think I want that shit? Of course I need it. You're the future of rap. But how the fuck are you going to be the future of rap if you're not even dropping shit, dude? You're not keeping us engaged. We're just left in the dust. We need something out of you, Baby Keem. Where the fuck are you at? Are you going to turn into Cardi? Are you going to turn into fucking Playboy Cardi? And trust me, I'm going to get to Cardi in a second. Come on, Keem. We need something this year, bro. Please. Like, enough. You're not Kendrick about to give us 4 or 5 years worth of waiting for an album. Don't do this to us. Let Kendrick do that shit. Baby Keem, you're giving us 4 years. It's 4 years. Or 3 if you want to count the deluxe because it came out in 22. Whatever, fine. We need a new album, buddy. We need a new album. Where the fuck are you at, Baby Keem? You got this whole year ready to prep us up. If it's December 20th or whatever of 2025 and you still haven't dropped an album, we're going to have problems, buddy. Where the fuck are you at? I need you to wake. I need you to be active on something, man. Tease something. Please, Keem. Please. Speaking of this bastard. I saw y'all in the comments section talking about some, oh, wait till Cardi drops tonight on New Year's Eve. Y'all are so dumb. Why do y'all believe in this man? And to be honest with you, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself either. 2025, is Cardi gonna drop the album? Probably not. Probably not. But why not? But why not? I mean, Cardi, where the fuck is your album? 2024, music. Great. We didn't get none of that. We got one single and that was All Red. And that shit was mid as fuck. No thank you. And all the other songs that you released were not even on streaming platforms. And then you gave us Timeless with The Weeknd, was fine, but like that's it, bro. And you teased a bunch of new singles and they sound fire. The one with Travis Scott, and there's another one with The Weeknd that might be on The Weeknd's album, or maybe might be on I Am Music. I don't know. Cardi, hurry the fuck up. We need new music. I'm not the biggest Playboi Carti fan, but this man is polarizing for a good reason when it comes to music. Obviously, all that mysterious shit and like the way he kind of acts. I'm not a big fan of Playboi Carti personally. I personally am not someone that would be fond or is fiending to meet Playboi Carti or so. I kind of don't. I personally would not vibe with Playboi Carti as a person, but generally, musically speaking, I'm interested to see where this next album can go. I'm excited for the next album, but you gotta fucking drop first. Fuck it, we'll do this man here. I didn't have him on the list, but I'm gonna put Travis Scott. Now, this is a tough position for Travis. I don't think, is he gonna drop this year in 2025? I mean, the Utopia tour is done. Utopia came out July of 2023, and obviously I didn't expect him to drop anything in 2024. But he did give us the 10-year anniversary of DBR. He did say he was going to take a break after the tour and he was going to study at one of those Ivy League schools for like architecture and shit, whatever the fuck it was. But he was also going to work on music and shit. So, are we going to get a Travis Scott album in 2025? I obviously am all in for it. I'm all in for Travis Scott's music. So, abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, I didn't put him on the list because he wasn't like the first name I thought of. I need new music from him immediately. But fuck it, we're gonna have to add Travis on this list. Why not? It's already been a year and a half. At this point right now, and the tour is done, and it looked like the Utopia era is kind of done. It's kind of just transitioning. I don't think he's gonna drop the percent. I'll give it like a 30%. I don't know if he's really. I'm not sure. If he doesn't drop this year, if he does not drop this year, I'm promising y'all that he'll drop next year though. I'm on the fence with Travis dropping this year though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just putting on here because I like his music a lot. So I'll have to wait for him to actually give us that record. ASAP Rocky, where the fuck are you at, buddy? I'm getting sick and tired of this motherfucker, bro. Where is the album, man? You give us all these singles and no album. You got us. You gave us Hijack, you gave us Red Ruby, you gave us Taylor Swift, you gave us all these fucking records, and there's no album, bro. Like, dude, at this point, man, I should stop caring. If ASAP doesn't drop the album this year, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop caring about this man's music. You know, I don't really listen to ASAP Rocky that often either. So for me to kind of be like very excited about this record is already kind of like false hope. You know? You're not even really one of my favorite rappers anyways, but I'm still expecting you to drop a damn album. It's been way too long. You and Cardi, man, fucking taking light years. Shit better be amazing. The fuck? Shit better be amazing. Mac Miller is my next artist. Apparently there's 2 albums that we're probably going to get. I don't know what the fuck happened with that Madlib album. Maclib album that we were gonna get. I still want that. I would love to see that. And then Balloonerism is like another album that's gonna be a solo album that might drop this month or next month. We'll see. I'm excited for it. Mac Miller posthumous albums, even though it's posthumous albums are a death wish or a curse pretty much for an artist that has, passed and deceased. But for Mac Miller, it just looks like it's only benefiting him more because all of his posthumous albums have been good. um, wait, actually, it's only been one though. It's only been Circles though. No, there was another one actually. Never mind. There was another one. I forget. What was it fucking called? Um, it was. Let me see. It was Circles that came out, and then Balloonerism. Yeah, cause it's supposed to come out in 2025. It's supposed to come out this year. So this is an album that he worked on apparently from 2013 to 2014. Imagine when he was working on watching movies with the sound off, which is a pretty decent album. I like that one. So yeah, fuck it. I'm definitely excited to see Mac Miller there. Steve Lacy, another artist I'm super excited to drop an album this year. Gemini Rights was one of my favorite albums of 2022. I enjoyed that record. I'm excited to see what Steve Lacy is going to take us this year if he decides to drop music, buddy. Let's see where he can take us here. Lil Wayne, The Carter 6. When the fuck are we going to get it? I don't know. But we need it. Wayne, where the fuck are you at? Doechii. She dropped an album this 2024. It was a mixtape. It wasn't the first studio album. So, if we get that first studio album this year, it'll be interesting because the mixtape was fire. So, I'm excited for that. Kanye West. Yes, can you fucking believe it? Even after a disastrous 2024 in music for Kanye, I'm still excited to hear what this man has to offer in 2025. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I anticipating a Kanye album in the big old 2025? Because it's Kanye West, and at this point, I want to refuse that for 2 years straight he's gonna give us dog shit albums. I refuse to believe that. He already gave me 2 bad albums. We're not gonna get a third bad album in 2 years. Oh, that's absolutely despicable. Bully needs to be good. We could cancel Vultures 3. Let's not. Please put that in the garbage bin. Fuck Vultures 3 and its entire existence. Work on that Bully album. And if it doesn't drop this year, fine. I'll take it. Kanye, don't drop this year. At this point, I shouldn't even put you here. Drop that shit next year so you can take it. It's going to be a stacked year this year. So if all these artists that I have already mentioned drop this year, I think Kanye should kind of step away and wait till like the following year. Because bro, if J. Cole, J.I.D., Drake, Keem, and if they all have good albums, oh man, Kanye is gonna be in a tight position. Like, I could trust Kanye, but just right now, it's looking shaky. Next, we got Young Thuggery. He is out of jail, ladies and gentlemen. He is out of jail. So this man is recording music. So we'll have to wait and see what his first record's gonna be like after jail. See if anything interesting comes out with it. Now let me talk. Oh, no, shoot. There's a collab album from TDE that we were supposed to get last year. We didn't get it. So, and most of the artists from TDE, whether they're still current artists or past artists, Kendrick, SZA, J Rock. No, not J Rock. He didn't drop last year. Absol. Fucking who else? A couple others. They dropped an album last year. The only ones that didn't drop, I think, was Isaiah Rashad and also J Rock. But besides them, pretty much everybody else dropped the project. So I'm expecting maybe an album from the current, top dog label. Of course, we're not gonna get Kendrick or SZA or maybe a couple of them, but maybe there's a couple other ones that we can get. We can probably still get a collab tape. Who knows? The Weeknd. He's dropping the album apparently within the next couple weeks. So hurry up tomorrow. There's the album cover for it. It could be dropping later in the month of January. So I'm excited for that. And we're seeing the rollout already be appearing. So I'm super excited for that. So fuck it. I'm taking it in for that. Pause. Lil Baby is dropping an album this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. This Friday, he's dropping his Wham album. So, fuck it, I will tap into listening to Lil Baby's new album. It better be good. Because his last album was not that good. It was not good at all. it was actually shit. This last album was actual dog shit. So hopefully this one was good. Let's trust Lil Baby here. Then we got Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's dropping an album on Sunday. Sunday, yes. What the fuck is the album titled? Let me see. Uh, Debí tirar más. Debe. Debí. Debe. Debí tirar más fotos. It says debí, not debe. I can't fucking read Spanish, apparently. Apparently. Yeah. Bad Bunny's dropping on Sunday. So another album that's dropping very, very soon. So get them out the way. A couple albums that have already been confirmed as well later on in the year. I mean, these are all the January releases. So Lil Baby dropping this Friday, Bad Bunny dropping on Sunday, The Weeknd dropping later in the month of January. We got Tate McRae already dropping next month, February 21st. You know what I mean? I already talked about this a couple episodes ago, but yeah, she's dropping February 21st. And Lisa from Blackpink is also dropping February 28th. So we're getting their albums within the next 2 months. All these artists that I just mentioned. So excited for that. Well, speaking of other members from Blackpink, Jennie, she didn't drop the album last year, as maybe a lot of people thought we were, but we got Mantra, we got a single at least. So maybe we can expect the album this year. Maybe we expect the album this year for Jennie, that she might drop it in the summer. She'll give Lisa the spring. Jennie will take the summer probably. And then Jisoo, maybe she drops the album in the fall. Who knows? Fuck it. Because Rosie already dropped her album last year in December. Even though that album was still gonna kind of take its way, make its moments in 2025. It kind of dragged on. But still, fuck it. La Seraphim, I still think they're gonna drop music this year. They better. They still have that EP, that hot EP that I'm waiting for, that they kind of teased already on Good Bones when they said, easy, crazy, hot. Well, we already got easy and we already got crazy, so I'm expecting hot to drop in 2025. Like, hello, these girls make bangers, and I'm excited to enter another year with the Seraphim. So I'm excited for them. And then speaking of another K-pop group that again tapping into, has been with them for a couple years now, and I'm excited to be with them again in 2025. But they're not going to be New Jeans anymore, as they're going to be another group established, a rebirth of New Jeans, of a new beginning. So that means a new beginning, new music, more great moments from these artists. So I'm excited. I'm excited for New Jeans releases. I'm excited for La Seraphim. K-pop, I think this year might be a bigger year for me in K-pop. 2024 was a big year for K-pop for me, especially because a lot of my top songs were K-pop songs, especially from New Jeans, especially from La Seraphim. So there's going to be a bunch of new artists entering the spectrum. And we're going to see how this fucking year goes with K-pop. Because even though there's a bunch of artists I have to tap into, maybe if I heard their music in that year, I could have put them in higher in the other list, So I think I might start that today or tonight or tomorrow. Some with new, because I already told you guys that I was going to do Kiss of Life and then aespa. Those were going to be my next two girl groups that I was going to tap into. The next K-pop groups I was going to tap into. So yeah, got to do reaction videos for that. And I'll probably not do every album maybe I'll do the album reactions and then music video reactions to the songs. I'll probably do music videos and album reactions on YouTube. I'll probably make those reaction videos happen. But then maybe everything else I'll kind of just listen to it on my own and tell you guys how I feel about it on other episodes. I'll probably have to split it like that, just to kind of even it out too, because I don't want to record literally everything involving tapping into the music. But of course, I do want to make content out of that, obviously. So we're gonna work on that. But it's only January 1st. There's so much to happen, guys, this year. And that is that for music. I mean, there's artists here missing. There's a bunch of artists I haven't put here on this list as well, like fucking I don't know, Rihanna, Frank Ocean. But at this point, they're a dead case. That's a dead case. That's a lost cause right there. They're not dropping. If you still have hope that Rihanna and Frank Ocean are dropping, man, you are in the trenches. You're down and dirty. You're really far deep in your own ass to think that they're gonna drop an album this year. And throw in Jay-Z as well or something like that. I don't even know. If you're still waiting for them to drop an album, my goodness, you're a much you have more patience than I do. You have way more patience than I do, and I can salute that. But other than that, those were my anticipated albums of 2025. I'm expecting and hoping that these artists can drop in 2025. So that is that. Now, let's talk about a little bit of what I want to accomplish, certain things that I have on my New Year's resolutions. I was going to draw like a vision board thing. I'll probably do that later on in the week, and I can guys show you guys that later. But just general um New Year's resolutions. I didn't write any of this shit down, so I'm gonna just kind of come up with this on the spot right now that I have. That some of my family members already asked me yesterday night during the New Year's Eve party, but well, definitely for starters, I would have to say probably maybe not the most important one. I'm just kind of giving you guys just random resolutions, just to throw it out there, make the list. We'll definitely have to go with the gym. Gotta go to the gym consistently. I've always been a skinny man. I've always been a pretty scrawny, skinny. I have built muscle, and then I've also built a lot of fat, especially in my goddamn stomach. Maybe you won't notice it here, but when you just aim the camera a little bit lower, you're gonna see there's a fucking stomach there. I've gotten a little bit thicker, especially with my stomach. I have muscle though, if I just and I have a good like the rest of my body, I feel like I'm physically fit for the most part. I'm in good shape. It's just the stomach throws it off a lot. And also I obviously have to change my diet. I also, be eating a little bit too much sugar. I've gotten better with it. I've a little bit more tolerable and become more responsible with not just abusing myself with sugar, but I still will admit that I do eat a lot of it still. The late night eating, holy shit, that needs to fucking go away. Because I like to just order food at fucking 8:30, 9 p.m. basically when almost everybody is out and about to go to sleep here. So like ordering late night food, when I'm not necessarily hungry, it's just kind of like I just want to eat food just to eat food. That's not a good thing to have. Just be eating food, just not even just because you're hungry, or at least just limit yourself after. Have a specific time where you stop eating. Like I think what like after like 8 p.m. you should stop eating and only like drink water. Like I've heard recommendations, and I'm working on it, but you got to be consistent because you can do it for a week, but then you fuck up the next week, and then you order takeout, Wingstop, and then yeah, you're back to the same shit. So you gotta stay consistent. So I try, but I gotta stay consistent. So definitely eating healthier, as that should be just in general a life thing. I mean, not even just a resolution. That's just should just be a lifestyle, a habit, a normal habit for everybody, for us to be healthier and eat right and get the nutrients and everything that we need for our bodies to stay healthy. That thing, I don't even think that's just and it's obviously going to the gym is going to help me a lot. And at least if I go to the gym consistently, I can get away with probably eating the amount of sugar or the amount of like carbs I eat now at this point. If I just kind of restrict myself a little bit, work out consistently, maybe I could still eat a decent amount of what I kind of normally eat now. And maybe I don't have to restrict myself too much with what I take. But still, that's if I'm working out consistently and I see results. Um, Obviously that's physical health. Obviously you want to have a good mental state as well. This world is fucked, man. This world is beyond fucked, man. There is so much shit going on in the world. A lot of the shit that you see, especially on social media, it's all some fake shit. A lot of it is just people trying to make something that is not real. Um, so and then of course you just all the stupidity, bro, all of the dumb shit that you intake by accident or not by accident, whatever. It just makes you feel like, man, you're just stuck thinking, man, like where are we heading at? Where are we heading going forward in this country, or in this world, in this planet? It just makes you think, man. You just it just motivates me to just be a better person. Just motivates me to not be like others, and not to, you know, you're not going to live forever. You want to make the best of what you got. uh Not everybody is, in the same conditions, in the same living the same lifestyles, and people that want to achieve that, they absolutely can. Whether they're people that don't have the resources, the money, or any of that, they could still make it happen. And miracles happen. And not even, it could take more than just miracles, dedication, work. You have to apply all of that in. And of course luck matters as well, to a certain extent, right? So yeah, you just got to be grateful for what you got. That's something that I just have, in mind, embedded all the time. Obviously, every day, be grateful for all the little things, bro. All the little things, man, matter. As much as we don't think that fucking waking up in the morning to go to work, or to go to school, or to just go to the gym, or what, all the shit that we're like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Let me just, and that's something also I want to break too. I have a lot of bad habits that I feel like sometimes I just shove it away. I feel like sometimes I'm already satisfied with some things, like, oh, I work, so I can, do this and that. And, for me, that work, and I have a good schedule, I still have a lot of time for myself. And of course, I love my free time. And of course, that's always something I'm going to have. But I also got to learn how to, like, um, another resolution is kind of just like, I don't know, like, talk to people more, be a little bit more open about certain things, not just exposing myself. I mean, basically, I already do this shit on the podcast, but I don't really talk about my life per se, especially overall. That's not really the content of this podcast. It's just, about the things that I like. It's just sports, music, and other things going on around the world. So I don't really go too much in depth with my personal life, especially on the podcast here. But, just to kind of be a little bit more open, I feel like I have to kind of like break that barrier of like what people think of me sometimes, whether it's good or bad. Whether it's good or bad, I kind of think the same way. So I got to work on that for sure. Like, just to kind of be a little bit more approachable, or to, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm still too shy, or a little too scared of, like, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes it's good to be uncomfortable. You know, sometimes it's good to be uncomfortable. Especially like just recently when we went to Colombia, right? Like, I was there, at the party and stuff. I didn't really talk, you know. I was just kind of looking around. Saw people dancing, drinking, talking, this and that. I was sitting next to my brother and my mom, but I wasn't really talking to them because they were talking to other people. My brother, whatever, he's 8 years old. He can get away with it because he's a little fucking kid. Whatever, he was on the phone most of the time. But still, me, I'm 21. I'm able to, like, I don't want to just kind of look there and just. I felt like I should have done more, should have spoken more instead of just sitting there, trying to pass the time, looking around. I mean, I did dance a little bit. I did dance to kind of pass the time a bit, but that was just a little portion of it. Um, yeah, I just gotta be more, I would say, approachable, and not let people kind of get to me. And I don't mean get to me like to piss me off or anything, just to get to me, like, at least to, like, start a conversation with me. You know what I mean? Like, there's this. I think I don't even know. I'm not even sure. And honestly, I don't even know why I'm really going to refer to her on the podcast, but fuck it. I'll talk about it on the podcast at this point. Like, for example, yeah, that night I asked, she's like I don't know if she's my cousin. I don't think she's my cousin. I don't know exactly where she is, but let's just say it was just this girl, That's just whatever. It's just this girl, right? Um, well, I met her the night before, Friday night, when I was going upstairs. I was going upstairs in my room that I was staying at, obviously for the trip, to get something real quick. And then as I was going upstairs to get something, she was in the hallway, and so I met, and we, met officially. Shook hands, whatever, blah blah blah. Hey, I'm, this, blah blah blah. I'm Jader, blah blah blah. Whatever, but we didn't really talk after that. I didn't know her. I was like, okay, nice to meet you. Okay, I'm going downstairs now, whatever. But then the next day I see her again, because she is the niece of one of my cousins. She's the niece of my mom's cousin's wife. So I don't know if she's my cousin. I don't know. I don't know the whole fucking family tree. But if you know, then you give me the answer. I don't know exactly what the fuck it is. It's literally my mom's cousin's wife's niece. That's the order. So if whatever the fuck that is, that is her that I'm referring to, the person I'm talking about now, in Colombia, obviously. Um, so yeah, but she looked around my age. She looked like around my age. So I was like, found her, and she was a pretty attractive girl. Like you know, I was like, okay, she's pretty she's pretty cute. Like shit, okay. She looks around my age. I didn't ask her for her age at this point yet. I didn't know anything about her age yet. But I'm like, okay, I'm tempted now. We go take the same. We're on the same car ride to the party that Saturday night. She's sitting next to me in the back seat, because we're all like scrammed in there, kind of, going all. We're all carpooling together, to the event, to the place for the party. And so I already had like me sitting next to her in the backseat of the car, even though we weren't talking in the car ride. I was already envisioning like, oh, I'm gonna try to talk to this girl. I'm gonna try to like, try to ask her out to go on a dance or try to talk to her, whatever, blah 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 blah. And then we get to the place. She sits on the table across. So like I was like in table 4, I think, and she was in table 3. So she was like right across on the other table, right? But we weren't sitting next to each other. We weren't sitting in the same table. So my excuse was like, fuck, we're a little too far. And I thought like, when we're on our own table, we have to be sitting in our fucking assigned seats. Like this is school, like I can't just go to table 3 and talk to her. Like I wasn't that comfortable to just go up out of my table and be like, hey, do you want to dance? Like whatever. I had to wait until we both made eye contact. And then I had to also wait until she looked kind of bored. Like she was kind of like this. Like she was just kind of like this, when you do that, when you look bored and you're like, oh, I don't know. And she just was dancing with, other people. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll take the opportunity to dance, which I don't fucking do. I don't do that. I was able to get it out with, because my mom was begging me to do it. So I danced with my mom and I danced with one of my cousins. So I did it, blah, blah, blah. But with her, I was like, let me make the effort to ask her to dance. So I made eye contact with her. And I was like, like, do you want to go dance? Like, I just pointed at the dance floor like this. I didn't say anything verbally. She was all the way from across the other table. So I was just like making gestures, sign language. Want to go on the dance? And she was like, nah, because she just got tired and just wanted to take a break from dancing or whatever. And so I was like, all right, cool, whatever. She said no to dancing with me, but whatever. I didn't really make a big deal out of it, right? And at least I wasn't ashamed of asking her too, because at least I knew that I got an answer out of it, and I knew that, okay, well, at least I fucking tried. At least I asked her. At least I won't go back home and think, oh, what if I asked her to dance? Maybe we would have had a good time. At least I asked her. So I can't blame myself for that. Whatever. The night ended, nothing happened. Blah 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 blah. But then eventually, it was a fun night, I guess. I mean, I danced. It was a fun. It was a little long. We got home late as fuck. Again, not the greatest night of my life, not the most fun ever, but it was a good experience. It wasn't the worst. Trust me, it could have been a lot worse. And the food was good. The food was good. I can't complain. So not bad, right? But anyways, with this girl that I'm talking to, that I'm talking about on the podcast, I should clarify. Um, yeah, so I didn't see her the next day. Oh, I actually did see her like briefly the next day. That was Sunday, right? That was Sunday morning. I was eating breakfast. She literally lives like 2 blocks away from where I was staying. So again, to my mom's cousin's wife's niece, she lives like, to the girl I'm talking about, she lives literally like 2 blocks from where I'm staying. Literally like 2 blocks. So she could fucking walk there. She lives that close. That's why we were able to pick her up and we went carpooling together. And that's why I was basically seeing her almost every day of the trip. But Sunday, whatever, nothing happened. I just saw her briefly, said hi, bye, and then blah. Monday night, during Monday Night Football, by the way, the Lions Niners, this was going on during that time. Uh, that was my last day there in Colombia. And my cousin and my mom and me and my brother were out to dinner. And then his wife and then the niece they came in later on to have dinner with us that night. And then eventually in the beginning, I didn't really talk to her that much. I wasn't really talking in general to anybody that night. I was just kind of eating my food, minding my own business, just kind of listening to their conversation to act to, whatever, to kind of see if I can get something out of that, but whatever. But then she's very talkative, clearly, because if she wasn't, then none of this, we would have gotten to this point. But then she started asking me questions. Like, this is later on. This is like later on. This is pretty much when we were done eating. And this is when we were like basically like waiting for the check. She was asking me like, oh, like, what was it? Like, she asked me before, like, what do I do? Like, am I working, school, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually we get to do you like any sports or what music do you listen to? Once we got to that, I was like, oh shit, okay, let's see. This is okay. Let's see what all of this is about. So she asked me like, do you watch any sports? Do you like any sports? And I'm like, yeah, I like basketball, I like football, I like whatever. And then I started pulling shit. I was like, fuck it, I like Formula One. I started pulling that book out, and I was like, I'll use it, whatever. And she was like, and then we started talking about Formula One for a little bit, and then we got to music. Then we got to start talking about music. And she also listens to a lot of my favorite artists. Like, she says she was a big Kendrick fan. She likes a lot of Kanye's music. She also did not like the last 2 albums. She also likes J. Cole. Like, she's a big J. Cole fan. I was like, J. Cole fan in fucking Colombia sounds insane. I thought I was the closest one to it, but damn. I was like, wow, she's a fan of J. Cole, bro. That's crazy. And then yeah, we just kind of talked a little bit more about music, other reggaeton artists, other rappers, other random shit kind of in between the conversation. Then we went home. We dropped her off, and right before we dropped her off, she passed me her phone so I could put my Instagram in. So then she followed me. I followed her back. Then I got back home, and then we started following each other, and then she messaged me and said like, "Oh, it was nice to meet you. Hope to see you again." Blah 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 blah, and like just like things like that. Basically, the whole fucking mini story that I was getting at is like getting to like know people and take the chances, take the opportunities, and that's not for like just simply for someone that maybe you're interested in or someone that you find attractive. I feel like you kind of do a little bit above and beyond with someone that you have a crush with instead of like just doing it to like some random cousin that they haven't seen in fucking years. I think it's easier to be tempted to like dance with, someone that you're think is eye candy and then compare it to just anybody else. Whatever. It's like a little bit tougher, I guess. Maybe that's just the point that I'm trying to say. But still, now I made a new friend. Now I have another person to keep in contact with. There's a couple other people too, but like very small shit. But she was like the one that stood out because we were messaging each other earlier this morning. So like, things like that, just to kind of keep in touch with shit. So yeah, just being better at communicating with people, just trying to go out there a little bit more, not just try to stay inside these four walls, not to like be a fucking homebody too much. I love my space and I love my room, and I'm not gonna fucking that's not gonna go anywhere, trust me. But I do want to balance it out a little bit, do things for myself, but also do things productive for myself. I feel like I do a lot of things for myself, trust me, you know, but I also want to do something that benefits me a lot. Watching sports all day, eating junk food, listening to music, that's like amazing. And I sure as hell will continue to do that. But I got to find a balance, I got to find a hobby. I got to go to the gym more often. I got to spend time with other people, like I got to break certain things, I have to break these bad habits of mine just little by little. So like things like that. So obviously going to the gym will definitely help, being consistent with it as well, eating healthier, um, approaching myself, being more out there, trying to do other things for me, not trying to do other things for everybody. Don't be a narcissist, obviously. Don't do everything for yourself and fuck everybody else, fuck family, fuck everybody. It's not the right mindset either. But have a balance. Have a balance. Know what's right for you, know what you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But if you give it a try, at least you could say you put the effort to do it. So if I put myself out there and I don't fuck with it, then at least I could say, hey, I gave it a chance, this and that. And I can't blame myself. I can't blame myself because not everything's gonna go my way. That's not how life is. That's not how life is. So you gotta take your chances. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That come on, you like hello. I don't know who said that quote, but I've heard many people use it, and it's the truth. Like, how are you? You got to take all the chances that you have. Especially since there are times where you don't have any other options. So that's that. So yeah, the gym, eating healthier. Oh, like driving. Oh my fucking god, the driving. Yes, man. I live in Miami. I live in like close to Hialeah, pretty much. Oh my god, the people in Miami, bro, people that drive in Miami are like psychopaths. Like like, oh my, it's a Fast and the Furious fight. Like it's a death match. It's a death wish sometimes. It's scary how there are people that are just speeding, or people that are on the road and they're just completely oblivious to everything that's around them. They're going fucking 2 miles an hour on a fucking 55-mile-an-hour express lane. Like, please, man. Like, there are just people that don't need to be driving. Revoke their fucking license. Too slow, too fast. Oh no, 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 no. It scares me. It scares me. But either or, I gotta learn how to drive, and I can control what I can control. I am just praying to the man above that no one fucks with my car, no one fucks with my day, or tries to ruin anything from me. That's all I can pray for. That I am getting away from all these fucking assholes driving on the road and just focus on what I'm doing. Because that's all I can do. I can only focus on what I'm doing. You're driving reckless couldn't be my problem. And if you get into an accident, I'm sorry, but you fucking had it coming. I'm sorry. And I've seen some really bad accidents. Like I've seen some really bad ones. And sometimes I'm like, I really want to know how the fuck this happened. If it was from pure stupidity from a driver that made, it just, that shit scares me. But I got to get that fear out the way. I got to at least, drive on the road. I got to get to places on my own. So that's that. Another driving, you know what I mean? Also trying to get another car because I don't know what's the status with my new car, because it's a whole fucking story that I don't even want to get into now, pretty much. But yeah, driving, that's another thing. Another thing that I feel like I'm very behind on. I'm fucking 21 and I still don't drive. So that also kind of makes me feel like once I'm started driving, I feel independent as a motherfucker, and I'm finally not like behind certain things that you should be doing already at 21. You know, people fucking start driving at 16, 17. So for those people, I'm like, you know, some people are like, bro, you're 21, you still don't drive. But again, we all go to life and we all approach life differently. We all have our, you know, choices or our paths are different. You know, people drive at 16, 17. Good for them. Me driving at 21, like consistently, okay. A little late start, but you're getting there. Shit, you got the first 5 years of your life without having to drive. That's also not a terrible thing too. I've also haven't had to like commit to the driving too. Like that's another reason why I'm 21 and haven't really drove, because I didn't really need to. If we really think about it, we didn't really need to. If we're, you know, but still, at some point it obviously has to end. So yeah, hopefully with the driving, yeah, I gotta pay for classes again, and I have to do the test shit again, because I did it in 2022, but then I went last year to get my license, my driver's license, because I still don't have a driver's license. I only have the permit. They're like, why the fuck did you come after 2 years of taking the test? You needed to get that shit last year or 2 years ago, as soon as you got it. And we were like, well, I've been stalling because I didn't need to drive, blah, blah, blah. My fucking problems I gotta take care of. Whatever. 2025 shit. I gotta get the DL. I gotta get the DL, and I gotta be driving on the road for sure. For sure. And I gotta suck it up and do it. You know, because this is not fucking New York or Philly where you can get away with good public transportation. The public transportation here in Miami is almost non-existent. So yeah, I don't want to be catching those fucking buses, because also no thank you. No thank you. So that's that. Another thing to add on to the resolutions. What else? Keep working, keep grinding. You know, but that's not really something 2025 ish. That's just something, you know, keep working, getting that bag. You know what I mean? Just you're getting better at the job every day, every day. That's like a timeless thing. That's something that you want to do until you fucking retire. You know, so yeah. But other than that, what else am I thinking? Oh, school. I got to get back to taking college classes. I think this semester I'm probably gonna do like some virtual classes to catch up with my credits, so I can hopefully graduate maybe next year. I should be graduating next year in 2026, so hopefully I got to catch up with the classes, get all the credits that I need, so I can graduate college and then get probably transferred to another school. I don't know exactly what the plan that is now, but you know, I'm working, so that's keeping me busy for sure. Um, and that's that for all the like the very important, the ones that stand out to me the most. Those are like the more important ones that I'm focused on. Obviously, work, school, gym, eating healthy, more stuff about me, physical shit. Obviously, mental health is very important. Um, that's about that. Now the other like extraterrestrial, all the extra resolutions. Obviously the podcast. The podcast, obviously, that's a big resolution I want to achieve. I want to try to create something new with the podcast. Obviously I'm gonna continue the same shit, you know. Sports, music. I'm gonna be talking about it. I'm gonna be talking about it. That's not gonna change. But I do want to add like a different element to the podcast. I want to be able to find new ways to promote the podcast. Um, I have to also that's another thing that I kind of feel shy about, is like promoting the podcast. I have to do a lot better doing that. I don't fucking promote the podcast. That's the problem. At least if I promote it, you never know what happens. You know, the very least I promote it is putting it on YouTube, but only putting it on YouTube is not enough. I got to post it on Instagram. I got to post it on this and that. And I had an own separate Instagram account for the podcast, but I then stopped like posting it because I switched up like the recordings for the podcast, and then certain things didn't line up. So yes, the podcast is a new thing, and again, the special guest, I do want to have special guests on the podcast this year. I know I've been saying that for the past 2 years, and I've lied to y'all. I'm sorry, but I tried, but there were times I'm like, fuck this, and that's why I didn't want to go back to it, and I just kind of stayed in my own lane and just did my own little podcast episodes. But I do want to bring back like doing episodes with like my cousin or like my friends or people that, you know, maybe I don't even talk to often, and I have like a conversation with them. Um do that. I want to fucking do that, like, for sure. So, I want to bring something new to the podcast, promote it better, have special guests. I should like maybe articulate a little bit better. I should kind of be a little bit more like I have a script and I already have things what I'm going to talk about on the podcast, but there's certain things I kind of want to be more detailed, more presentable. Maybe I should curse a little less. I don't know. Those are just kind of maybe I'm nitpicking certain things. I'm trying to make it look as professional as it is. I'm not no professional at this fucking podcast thing. This is my thing. It's just my little platform that I created, a couple years back. But I want to make it as good or as entertaining as it possibly can be. So I do want to try to focus a little bit more on that and be consistent with it too, because that's another problem. I'm not very consistent with it. I can upload multiple episodes a week and then I'm gone for a month, So I gotta also stay consistent with it as well. Find a schedule for the podcast, for YouTube videos as well, for TikToks as well. I want to get something going there for TikTok as well. I want to get there with that. For sure, I want to get stuff out there for the podcast and for all that being said, for YouTube, for TikTok, make content. I'm gonna be putting out content, man. Trust me. I'm gonna be putting out content, reaction videos, podcast episodes. I'm gonna think of new ways. I'm gonna have to, use my fucking brain, use my brain to brainstorm a couple things that I can add on to the podcast, make things interesting, promote it more. But yeah, of course, podcast stuff. What else is that I could add? Oh, practicing my Spanish. Yes, I'm gonna need that. I already work and I already have to like speak in Spanish to communicate with like the students, because basically, again, I work at a school where I'm like it's called an interventionist. It's like a student assistant, um, and these kids that are learning English, so I have to talk to them in English, but obviously for them that don't get the translation or they don't understand it, when I kind of talk to it only in English, I have to talk to them in Spanish so I can communicate with them a little bit better. But obviously my Spanish is not perfect, nor is my English, but my English is 10 times better than my Spanish, I can tell you that for sure. So my Spanish, something I got to work on. Shit, if I have to take Duolingo classes, I'll fucking do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed of that. I think I should start doing that already. So I'm gonna start practicing my Spanish a little bit more, speaking it a little bit more. I mean, bruh, like, I speak with my mom in English like too much. Like maybe I should speak to my mom in Spanish a lot more. Like my mom is like she speaks good Spanish and very good English. Like she's perfectly like I think she speaks both languages like to like perfectly. Like it's not like she speaks like a like a 95 Spanish and like a 50 English. No, she's like 90 at both. I'll say 95, whatever. Like she speaks perfectly good Spanish, perfectly good English. Um so I'm trying to get like her. I'm trying to speak that really good Spanish as well. So shit, maybe I could do episodes in Spanish on the podcast. Who knows? To test myself. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. And that would be pretty uncomfortable because, again, doing it all in Spanish will be kind of tough. And to figure things out, we'll have to wait and see what we could do. But fuck it. What other things that I have here? Read. There's some books that I've had there for a couple years, decided, nah, I ain't doing that shit. I ain't reading. Fair enough. Reading is not something that I like to do. But I feel like it could help me, just to read a couple books, especially, bro, and for sure reading books of like things that I'm interested in. I am not about to read no book about some fucking shit that I'm not interested in or doesn't captivate me. But I have a whole LeBron book that I bought like almost 2 years ago, and I haven't even read the first page of it. Like, it's like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, I won't even read a book about my favorite athlete of all time, about this man right here, the fucking legend himself, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Also, happy birthday, LeBron. It was his 40th birthday December 30th. So happy belated birthday to the GOAT. To GOAT fucking James. Matt. Anywho, wait, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Shit. So yeah, I haven't even read that LeBron book that came out that I bought it like a couple years ago. So shit, I should start with that. There's a couple other books that maybe I'm interested to read to better myself at things as well. I should kind of like read like steps how to be better at, I don't know, how to get my money up, how to promote shit. I don't know, like just things that better me, for the future. So you know, to finance stuff, you know, save up money, you know, just shit like that. Things that I feel like as a man I should start like learning and like having to, you know, be a little bit more responsible with, you know, because I'm 21, bro. I'm 21, and sometimes I feel like I'm not 21 just because of my. I feel like it's just my lifestyle. It's definitely because of the lifestyle that I have. Like, yes, I work, but there's fucking 17-year-olds working. You know that they work, go to school, and don't do anything else. And then occasionally they work out, read a book, whatever. Like, you know, and I'm still going to school. I just took a break. So once I go back to going to school, you know, soon, then yeah, kind of feel like I have to change my lifestyle for the better. But you know, all of that being said, those are pretty much my resolutions, man. For 2025 and for the future, man. A lot of these are not even just for 2025 only. These are just in general. I'm gonna be driving for the rest of my life. Boom. Saving up money for the rest of my life. Boom. Eating healthier for the rest of my life. Boom. Going to the gym consistently. That's hopefully something I could do for the rest of my life. Boom. So I'm giving y'all shit for, I'm giving y'all timeless shit, you know, for those who need it, for those who have been doing it, you know, good, you know, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all better than me. Shout out to y'all. So I got to break all those bad habits little by little. Work on myself a lot. You know, I have to, I can't always be comfortable. I can't always be comfortable because when you're too comfortable, you know, bitch, don't get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable, as the wise man Future said. You just can't get too comfortable all the time. Um, yeah, because obviously too much of anything is bad for you. You want to be, you want to take risks, Mister. Take that risk, because risks can comes with benefits as well. It's not always a negative or a bad thing all the time. So yeah, those are my New Year's resolutions for 2025 and beyond. Um, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll be doing another episode for tomorrow, but that's going to be recapping sports, NFL, all the quarterfinal games for the playoffs. Um, maybe it's a little bit of basketball, but that's for tomorrow's episode. I will see you guys in 2020. We're already in 2025, but I will see you guys more in 2025 as this concludes the first episode of the year, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first episode of 2025. My goodness, we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We fucking did it. This is the first episode of 2025. But anyways, it's about to be an hour and 30 minutes recording. Yeah, I'm just gonna write stuff down, listen to a little bit of music, watch basketball. I mean, I'm already watching I'm already watching a Knicks game in the background right now. What's the fucking score? I can't even see the score because I'm covering it there. Oh, annihilation! They're beating the Jazz by fucking 20 points, and there's like a minute 30 left in the game. Anywho, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. See you guys in a bit. Take care and peace out, my friends.